Hi, I'm Kim from Pilates On 10th. Thank you so much for all your hard work and all that you do for us. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the collection of short little workout videos we've collected from some of our amazing instructors here at Pilates On 10th. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@pilatesontenth.com. Thank you and have a great day.
Hi, this is Karen here. I want to give you a big thank you for all the work you've been doing on the front line and all the work you continue to do. This is my assistant, Cersei. She's my virtual Vanna. So anyway, let's get started. We've got to make a short little video to help you out, especially with your back. All right, let's come sit at the end of your mat. Take an inhale. Good girl. Good girl, stay right there. Take an inhale, scoop the tummy, tilt the pelvic bone, and peel. All the way down, bone by bone, bone by bone, bone by bone. Good job. Okay, we're gonna do some pelvic tilting. So all you need to do here is pull the belly button in, tilt the pelvic bone up, and then release. Feels really good on your lumbar. Take an inhale, scoop the tummy in, tilt the pelvic bone up, and release. Okay, now we're gonna do some bridging, and I encourage you to do this and when you get home from a long shift. Really helps ease your back. You're going to take an inhale, scoop the tummy, tilt the pelvic bone, same thing, co-contraction. Peel all the way up into a bridge position. Inhale at the top, de-articulate down. And take an inhale, and scoop, tilt, peel all the way up. This just puts another 10 pounds on me. You don't have to have a dog as an assistant, but it's fun. Take an inhale. Exhale all the way down. Take an inhale and scoop the tummy, tilt the pelvic bone, peel all the way up into a bridge, and then come all the way down. I'm keeping the reps really short on this video. You guys should do more than I'm doing, probably 8 to 10.
Hello. Here are 3 exercises I really love, starting with a classic, just sort of lower abdominal leg dips. Lots of variations of this one. So you start lying down on your back, legs up into a tabletop, which is 90-degree bend. Pelvis level, though if you have any lower back pains, feel free to tuck the pelvis towards your face so you feel your whole spine on the mat. Arms by your side, make sure shoulders are open. If you feel like they're tensing up, maybe just place your hands here on top to keep them heavy. So legs sit-bone distance apart. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower core contracts and the leg just dips down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left leg goes down. And just living here for a while. If you start feeling it in your lower back, you've gone too far. So make sure, main goal of this sort of single leg asymmetrical work is to work on pelvic stability. So you don't want to feel like your hips are descending unevenly. They're just staying totally level. Pelvis is a bowl, it's not moving about. It's either level or imprinted. Good. And then one more set, right? Inhale, exhale, left. Good. Meeting at the top. If you want to do a couple different variations, options are extending the right leg, bringing it back in, extending the left, and bringing it back in. Inhale, exhale, wash of energy through the front abdominal wall. Inhale, back in, and left. Let's do one more set. Right, and left. And lastly, another variation I like are both legs extended to where it feels comfortable. If hip flexors are really acting up, there can be a bit more of a bend. But if available, working on that hamstring extension, arms still by your side, feet still 6-bone distance apart. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, right leg descends. And back up. And left. Ribs heavy, don't feel that they're opening up as the leg lowers. Also, shoulders stay heavy. And left. One more set, inhale, exhale, right leg lowers, and lifts, and lefts, lifts. Good, shake it out.
Okay, let's work on your core a little bit. Your core also, strong core helps your back. All right, let's go ahead. Tabletop your legs. Remember, you're at 90 degrees. If you're here, you have to lower your legs here. All right, take an inhale, exhale, up. Grab the inside of your right knee, pull it halfway back, extend your left leg, point your toes, grab the instep of your right foot, and just keep stretching and reaching with your legs. We're working on long, lean muscles, working the core, working the core. Good. Now, put your hands behind your head. We're going to do rotation from right to left. Keep your elbows wide, and then use your armpits. Right to left, and right to left, and right to left. Good job. Grab your knees, pull them in. Now we're going to do a double leg stretch. You can keep your head down on this one if your neck is hurting you. Take an inhale, exhale it up, reach, inhale around, pull your knees in. So your ribs are closed. Pull your knees in for the crunch. Good job.
So most of us have a habit of sitting too much and rounding our shoulders forward and bringing our head forward and tucking our tailbone under and putting our bodies in all kinds of shapes that they weren't really designed for. So I want to show you a couple of things you can do today, and you don't need fancy Pilates equipment. In fact, today I'm just taking a simple chair, just a dining chair. The requirements just has 4 legs and a seat and doesn't roll around. So you just start seated with your legs open in a wide V, which we call a straddle. And you're going to reach your heels forward and place your palms on the front edge of your chair with your arms straight. You're going to sit up nice and tall. You can press down your palms, so you think of lifting your sternum up, away as you straighten and open up your upper back. And then exhale and release. Notice when I release, my tailbone drops under a little bit. There's a little bit of a sag. And I press down my palms, press down the front of my sits bones, and lift my sternum up. My spine gets nice and erect. My gaze lifts up a little bit. And then exhale and release. So this is not a huge movement. Press down with straight arms, shoulders are back, sternum rises, heels are reaching away from my seat, and then release. I'm going to add now a rounding to this, and press down and lift up. And then as you exhale, you tuck your chin slightly, pull your navel on your spine, keep your arms where they are. As you pull your abdominals in, and reach your lower back away from the chair. And inhale, press down and lift up. And exhale, tuck, pull your abdominals in. As you round back, stretching into your lower back. Inhale, lift, and exhale, and round. And I figure about 5 of these.
One of my favorite exercises is a single leg RDL, so Romanian deadlift. This is great for balance. I'll be cut off for a moment, but that's okay. So right foot, make sure it's nice and parallel. Left ball of the foot on the mat. Arms can just be down. I have a gentle bend in my right knee, and that never changes. And what you do is it's sort of the height of that left heel dictates how far forward you go with the upper body. So it's kind of like a pendulum oil rig hinge, and you go down and back up. And really, this is a whole body workout. Your back, your core, your front abdominal wall are stabilizing you. Your glute, your hamstring, quad, whole leg is working. Shoulders are open. And in general, it's sort of similar to a Warrior 3. You don't want to go for this variation way lower, just like a T level, and then come back up. That being said, If balance is hard, for just not feeling great, want a different variation, what you can do is just a classic lunge. And really, lunge looks kind of boring, but it's so great for that ankle stability and leg work that we need to have that other variation work. So you simply lower and lift. I like to tuck the pelvis under so I get out of my hip flexor. Ooh, balance solo. This one's still hard. One more. Good, and just to see it on the other side, starting with the single leg RDL. Left leg is parallel, right leg is parallel. Arms can just be overhead. Arms can be really wherever is helpful for you though. Inhale, exhale, hinge, and lift back up. Also kind of like those bird feeders or something that you see in a yard. That's the energy you're channeling. Where what you don't want is to have a separation of waist and leg where it's kind of this dip down and back up. Want to feel one line of energy from your heel to the crown of your head. So the whole shape descends and then rises. Good. Tripod foot connection, which is sort of like, what does that mean? That's just 2 points at the front of the foot, 1 point in the heel, sort of lift and energy in the arch. So you don't want to favor outside or inside. Don't forget about that heel. A good kind of image for general foot stability. Last few here. The center is really working, so this can, again, we always want to protect that lower back, so front, whatever's in front of it, that's our stomach, is working. One more. Good. Ooh, I lost it. See, those are hard. And that's good. We want to fatigue, we want to feel it. You will get probably a lot of sensation in your ankle, as long as it's not like super, super painful. Should be okay, but you will feel like it's working. We want that. Okay, and then if you're like, I don't like that single leg RDL, just a classic lunge. Tuck the pelvis under, arms wherever you want. Keep upper body strong, and you just go down and back up. And the legs are working dynamically, so it's both the back leg and the front leg. Elevator lift through the stomach as you lower with the legs. Let's do 2. One more.
Next, I'm going to come up and sit on the front edge of the chair. So right at the front of my sits bones. And I'm going to bring my heels together, right pretty much in line with the front edge of the front legs of the chair. My heels are together, my toes are part of my little narrow V. I'm going to take my hands back to the back part of the chair. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to widen across my collarbones in front. Keep my arms straight. I'm going to press down in my palms, engage my glutes, and lift my hips up to the ceiling. And open up the frontal plane of my body while I relax my neck, relax back. And then exhale, I'm going to slowly lower my butt back to the chair. So we're trying to stretch open through the front of the body, which tends to get shortened when we're hunching over people. Engage the backs of the legs and across the upper back. Inhale, press down. Exhale. Lift the hips. Keep the heels pressed together. Keep engaging in the base of your seat, your glutes. Let your head fall back naturally, so you're leading with your sternum. Your breastbone is reaching for the ceiling, and the head just goes back to what is natural. Lift, up. And then slowly soften back down. And we'll do that one more time. Pressing the balls of your feet, press your heels together, widen your collarbones, straighten your arms, press down into the chair with your hands, engage your glutes, lift your hips up, keep lifting your hips, lift your sternum, lift your gaze, relax your neck, widen your collarbones, and slowly release back down and relax.
Hello, we're going to do a little standing cat-cow. So first, just taking a big breath in, reach up to the sky, interlace the fingers, pull the fingers apart, a little wrapping of your shoulders down your back, and then you're gonna pull the hands into your chest, bend your knees, and round your spine. I'm gonna show this also sideways. So, feet underneath you, reaching up through the waist, big breath in, and then scoop the belly back, round the spine, bend the knees. Inhale, lift, hugging the waist in, and scoop and round. Let's do that one more time. Press the floor away, reaching up through the pelvis and the waist, and round. And then from here, you're gonna let those arms hang, let your head hang. Give your head a little shake now, and then roll the spine up. So one more version of our standing cat-cow. You're gonna put your heels of your hands on the top of your thigh bones, stick your booty back, and take a little press for a second, just giving your quads a little massage. Feels so good. Finding a little space in the top of the thigh bones. You can even do a little like kitty paw, the top of those femurs. And then I'm gonna turn sideways again, just so you can really see this. Find a little wrap of the shoulders. You're gonna stick your booty out, lift your chest, and then we're gonna grab the hamstrings, round the spine, like an angry cat, pulling against the backs of the legs. And then again, lifting the chest, and grab and round. Lifting the chest. Exhale, scoop. One more time. Press, reaching the tailbone back, and then grab, pull those shoulders apart, pulling the belly deeper. And then once again, we're gonna let those arms hang, but we're gonna find a side stretch. So you're gonna bring your right elbow on your right knee or your bent knee, and we're gonna circle this arm back and forward, and we're just gonna stay for a breath, reaching through the spine, and then bend and switch. Reach, reach, reach. And then letting the arms hang, find a little hang over the legs, let your belly rest in your thigh bones. And then you're gonna bend your knees, round up, bringing your pelvis with you to stand tall. And then we're gonna do a little standing ab work. So interlace the hands behind the neck. Let's see, I'm gonna turn sideways since you can see what I'm doing here. So we're gonna find lift, belly strong, and we're gonna curl at the bra line, rounding forward. We're gonna do a little fold of the elbows. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders, lift and lengthen up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Scooping the belly, rounding forward, elbows in. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders, lift up. Inhale, exhale. Hold it in. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders. Lift up. This time we're gonna do a little lift of our chest. And then just find your vertical. So really keeping the hips square, we're gonna rotate to one side, curling at that bra line again. Fold the elbows. Woo, for that little side stretch there. Squeeze the backs of the shoulders and lengthen up to unwind back to center. Rotate to the other side, keeping the hips square. Hold. Squeeze those elbows in. Backs of the shoulders squeeze. Lift up. Unwind back to center. Let's do one more time. Rotate. Keep that opposite hip coming back. Folding at the bra line. Elbows in. Backs of the shoulders squeeze. Lift it up. Unwind. Breath in. Exhale. Fold in. Backs of the shoulders squeeze. Lift up and unwind back to center. Good. We're gonna give those shoulders a couple juicy rolls. And then we're gonna reach up again. Grab your left wrist, the right wrist, whatever wrist this is for you. And you're just gonna give it a little pull. We're gonna find a little side bend. Lift up, grab the other wrist. Lifting up out of the pelvis. Find that bend. One more time, lift up. Grab and pull. And center. Reaching for this top hand. And center. Good, we're gonna let those arms go. Last thing, you're gonna step your feet kind of wide. And just gonna step back a little bit just so you can see my feet. And we're gonna take a big breath in, reach up to the sky, and we're just gonna let those arms drop. Let's do that one more time. Reach up. Let those arms drop. Good. So we're just gonna have a little bend of the knees. So your legs are turned out, and we're just gonna find a little swing. Feeling your belly strong, your knees reaching out over your toes. And just think of the drop of the pelvis, the drop of the arms. Let's do two more. Scooping the belly to rise. We're doing one more. Good. And then we're just gonna press those palms, reaching open wide across the chest. Big breath in. And exhale, keep that reach as you start to lower your arms. Walk the feet in. And we'll stop there.
Okay, so standing with your spine and heels against the wall, bring the palms flat on the wall, and then just measure your foot's length off the wall. So step your heel next to your other toe, and then that heel out to meet it. Turn your heels together, toes out about a fist distance, and just soften your knees a little bit. So you're just letting a little more. Yeah, there we go. So you're naturally comfortably sitting into the wall. You should feel your sacrum, your ribs, your shoulders, and the back of the head trying to hug the wall. If you can't get the back of the head into the wall because you have too much of a rounded upper back, that's fine. Just try and let as much of your upper back lift into the wall as possible. And then keeping soft knees, you're slowly gonna float your fingertips up to shoulder height, no higher. As the hands lift, try and deepen the shoulder blades into the wall and down towards your bottom rib. Then open the arms slowly out to the sides, stopping just inside your peripheral vision, and let the palms come back down to your thighs. Those are your circles. So you slowly resist up, drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Open, trying to scoop the belly in and up to the wall, and lower to the thighs. 3 each direction, so we have 1 more this direction. Keep your knees soft so you're not locking. Instead, you're scooping the belly up into the wall. And then reverse. Again, watch that the shoulders don't lift closer to the ears. You're trying to hug them back and into the wall. As you reach forward, plug the shoulder blades deeper back and down, and let them sink away from the ears as you lower. 2 more this direction. You're reaching out with the fingertips, but back and down with the shoulder blades. And lower. Good, stay there. Let the arms be soft. If you have a very open upper back, your palms might be against the wall. If you need to force your hands back and feel your shoulders roll forward, then you need to let your hands just hang so you can feel the shoulder blades opening into the wall. And then from there, let your chin drop towards your chest. Make sure it's just the chin and neck to start with. Everything else is still up into the wall. Keep soft knees. You're locking your knees a little, so soften a little more. Bend your knee. There we go. And then scooping the belly in and up towards the top of the wall behind you. Peel 1 more vertebrae forward off the wall. Make sure you're not building tension in the shoulders and the arms, you're letting them be loose, and scoop a little deeper as you peel the next vertebrae down. Scoop the belly in and up towards the top of the wall as you melt the next vertebrae down. Slowly letting your fingertips roll down the thighs till right about the fingertips are at the level of the knees. You want to stop before your sacrum starts to pull off the wall. So that sacrum and very bottom rib are trying to scoop up into the wall. And then pause there. Imagine you have 100 pounds of weight tied to each hand. So the arms are hanging heavy out of the shoulders, and you have to scoop the belly a little deeper up towards the top of the wall behind you to roll up a single vertebrae. Try not to build tension in the shoulders and the neck. Try and scoop the belly in and up a little deeper to peel up the next vertebrae. So you're not lifting from the back of the body, you're keeping soft knees, and you're scooping in and up from the front body to feel each individual vertebrae, bone by bone, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. Make sure you roll up to the top of the shoulders and finally the head lifts. No tension in the shoulders and the arms, let them hang. 2 more like that. Let your chin drop to your chest, but scoop the belly in and up to the wall. Play with keeping your knees soft so that you're not holding any tension in the legs. It's literally all the powerhouse trying to scoop in and up towards the wall behind you. And with that heavy upper body, you're getting a stretch through your spine. And as you roll back up, you're not trying to lift from your spine. You're not trying to lift from the back of the body. You're trying to increase the stretch and the flexibility by rolling bone by bone up through the spine, scooping from that belly muscle. And try not to lose that as you lift all the way up through that upper back, because there's a little more opening through the upper back you can get by not forcing your hands back to the wall, but by trying to open the upper back. Yes, there we go. And then last one. This time when you're at your furthest reach, but without letting the sacrum come off the wall, keep soft knees, you're gonna stay there. Imagine your arms are like the branches on a willow tree. There's the softness we want. And then you're just gonna let a little breeze blow the hands in tiny circles. And the breeze reverses, so it's involuntary movement, just letting all the tension drain out. Trying not to build any more tension in the arms. Slowly let the hands come to stillness. And with that soft arm, roll up bone by bone. Scooping up inch by inch, checking that you have soft knees, you're not locking in your knee joint and your lower back. Vertebra by vertebra. All the way up through the ribs, all the way up through the upper back. The head's the very last thing to lift. And then lightly bring your palms flat against the wall. Step one heel back, flat against the wall, foot on the ground though. Your whole foot on the ground, there we go. And then you're gonna use the back foot and the hands to press yourself one big step off the wall, bringing the wall out with you into your day.
I just wanted to offer a breathing meditation where we're going to talk about how the diaphragm can support your posture and how we can create mobility in the rib cage to help facilitate a deeper breath, to help keep the nervous system calm, and to help lengthen your spine and to help you feel a little bit taller and freer. So you can do this sitting in a chair. You could also do it standing. But let's just talk a little bit first about where is the diaphragm. So it's huge, right? We want to visualize it like this huge bouncy trampoline, and we're looking for maximum mobility, contraction, and stretch to help keep our rib cage stable and to help bring in more oxygen. So let's address the lower rib cage and the lower back first. So these ribs, because of how they're oriented, we want those to just gently move back a little bit when we initiate our inhale to allow the diaphragm to have this secure anchor here to be able to move down. So that's what we're going to experiment with first. So we really want to think like the breath and the diaphragm is what is initiating our movement. I'm going to turn to the side so you can get a better view. We are going to first address the lower ribs by putting our hands right here. We want to imagine, right, that when we inhale, we're just going to gently rock back and encourage the diaphragm to fill your lower back all the way down into your pelvic floor, and then bring yourself back. So we're feeling these ribs go together, and then the back ribs fan open. The diaphragm moves down like your kidneys are sliding down a water slide. They meet your pelvic floor, and the pelvic floor recoils back up. So we'll inhale, the diaphragm contracts and it pushes the internal organs down, and exhale. The pelvic floor contracts and the diaphragm stretches back up. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale. And exhaling, return. We'll go one more time like that. And then you can even place your hands back here and breathe and encourage this to be full with your breath. And exhale. Great. And then just take a moment, observe your breath. Notice if it feels a little bit freer into the pelvis. And now let's talk about these ribs, right? The middle part of the rib cage. These ones, we want to move those like bucket handles. So those ones move like this. So if this was my diaphragm, my hand is my diaphragm, and these are my ribs, I'm going to inhale, my diaphragm contracts, and then my ribs float up. And then my ribs go down, my diaphragm goes up. So let's practice that a few times. You can use your hands. We'll inhale, diaphragm down, ribs up, and then exhale, ribs down, diaphragm up. We can help to encourage that pattern. We're going to take a mirroring left hand across your waist on your right lower ribs, right hand up to the side. So we go lower rib back, and then the ribs opening like a fan as the opposite side closes, and return. So we're working the diaphragm. Inhale, the diaphragm contracts all the way down into the pelvis, and then exhale, it goes up, the pelvic floor contracts. Let's try one more. The lower rib goes back, the side ribs open, and return. Other side, we're gonna go lower ribs back, so these ribs can open. So imagine more and more space in there as these ones close, and return. Lower rib back, inhale, and return. And come back. Now let's talk about the upper ribs. Those are horizontal. 1, 2. And they're supported by the scalenes. So the scalenes are, that lower rib is right behind this, under this collarbone. You can trace the collarbone back. Turn your palms, massage the scalenes up. As you inhale, those upper ribs lift up as the diaphragm goes down. And relax. So do it again. Inhale, diaphragm down. Those upper rib rings lifting like this way, and then exhaling down. Inhale, and relax. So you can close your eyes, see if we can put it together. So we're gonna go, that helps. You can mirror me with your hands. Inhale, lower ribs back. Side ribs lifting, upper ribs floating up. And exhale.
Just want to first start by saying thank you for all the work that you're doing and for being on the front lines in this pandemic. You guys are incredibly vital and important. And at the same time, I know this is probably taking a toll on your bodies as well.
Thank you so much for your bravery, your dedication, your commitment, and your sacrifice. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to you for helping to keep all of us safe and healthy.
You know, it's the cliche thing, words can't express my thanks. So just thank you so much for what you're doing. I hope they're fun. Always just listen to your body when moving around. And yeah, thanks again. Bye.